let's take this from the very start of the beginning. I was just thinking like making some cool pictures to hang on my wall with the Samsung S23 Ultra because it's got an awesome camera in it, and I wanted to show you how awesome it actually is. So I didn't have any concept, and I like to have those free images, which will be in a concept, like the pictures behind me, also in a concept kind of. But I wanted to have something that was kind of unique and kind of different also in some way, and I didn't know what to do really. I was like, maybe I should paint something with food, and then I was like, nah, maybe it will stink. I will not do that. So I was just thinking like about Swedish culture. Pick out 3 cool things about Swedish culture, and believe me, that was like a brain shrinker. I was like, can't even come up with one thing that is Swedish culture. Then I started to dig where I was standing, and I dug straight into my fridge. And inside my fridge I found this. It's an egg. It's a basic egg. What do you do with an egg in Sweden? Well, you put this on it. Swedish caviar is the best, but if you ask my German friend Leo, you can jump into his YouTube channel as well, and you can see when he's eating this with me, he will not agree with you, but it's really good to have on egg. You should try it if you have the opportunity, because it's great together. They are like a couple. But not on raw, you need to boil it before, and then you put this on, and then you just eat and enjoy the ride. But that's not all of it, because it's a third person in this threesome, if we can call it a threesome, because this is just a twosome if you have 2, but we will make it a threesome, we are Swedes, right? So, here it is. The hard bread. Some people might say this is just old bread that you put stuff on, like disgusting caviar on, for example, and say it's good just because you can. It's not true. This is not old. First of all, it's really fresh actually, and it's made up hard, and the hard bread is really, really good. It's super nice with the egg and the caviar, and it's a complete threesome. It's making love with your tonsils when you're eating this, and you can have coffee to it, and it's great. So, what I'm gonna do with it? Take the picture with the Samsung, I'm gonna print them and hang them on my wall. Basically, that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how to make Swedish culture out of a Samsung S23 Ultra. Let's do it. So what you're looking at here is a canvas which is white, and I'm gonna paint it blue. Above that I have the Samsung S23 Ultra on a tripod. I'm also gonna take the still pictures with it, and then I'm gonna devolve the pictures, print them, and put it up on my wall. So yeah, let's follow this ride and see what it ends up with. Let's paint. I like to keep the structure though, so I have some kind of structure, and I don't want to have it like perfectly covered. So maybe I'm gonna use a paper to suck up some things. I mean, it's boring to have it perfectly covered blue. Alright, as you can see here now, the paint have dried, and I put the tube there with the caviar, and I also rigged my S23 Ultra here in Pro mode, and I'm doing this in 50 megapixels mode, which I think is the best mode for this one. I don't need to have anything bigger than that anyways. And also support light there, so I have the light coming from the front. So let's see how it goes. Let's take some pictures. So now we come to an end. Here we have the sandwich, the Swedish culture right there. Right there is the Swedish culture, and we take the picture actually. See, it's gonna look great. I also put a little called Dala horse, Dala häst. It's a symbol for Sweden too, kind of. And I'm gonna take one without it because I don't know if it looks clean to have it there. So we take another picture. There you go. So now let's edit them and see what's up. Alright guys, I'm so stoked. I just picked up the prints that I did with my Samsung S23 Ultra. This one, the best photo camera in the world. It is the best in the world, to be honest, it is. It's a camera that comes with a phone. So I don't use the phone so much, I only use the camera. As you could see when I was producing this one, I'm using this rack You don't need to have this rack, but I bought it for $10 from Amazon and it's really handy to have. I think it's made for an iPad mini actually, so I needed to duct tape it to fit it in, but it works. It's like ghetto hack, something like that. But it's like the cheaper version of Beast Grip or the other guys out there who takes a lot of money for the same thing. But this one works perfect. So if you are bored or something, you can just go in and place your order on Amazon and buy one of these, because they are really handy if you're gonna do some serious filming or photographing with this serious dude here. Yeah. So what I did was I took the pictures, as you could see, and I use Luminar Neo to edit them. Luminar Neo is an awesome software for photo editing. If you haven't looked that up, look it up, because you will love it. It's so great. So yeah, I did all the editing there and got down to my local Photoshop. Not Photoshop like Adobe, like my Photoshop. Yeah. Went down there and they made the prints to me, and I haven't seen them yet. So yeah. And my purpose is to frame them into an IKEA frame. You know IKEA, it's also Swedish kind of, yeah. So how Swedish can it not be like? If you have the Swedish caviar, which tastes rich, but it's not expensive as the Russian, but I think this one tastes a little bit better than Russian caviar actually. And the hard bread and yeah, an egg, yeah. That's what I took pictures of, hard bread, egg and caviar. That's so Swedish. And I'm using an IKEA frame for it. So we got Swedes in all levels here, you see? Yeah, so here is the package with the pictures, the images. It's here, it's printed. I printed them 40 centimeters and 50 centimeters. So it will be this direction. I think you can fit it in the frame, but it's quite big. It will be large pictures. It will be, but they're gonna have them on the wall behind me here because I'm so tired of this one. Let's do this. Let's frame them and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Just wait for it, okay? All right, I'm sitting this low because I can't sit on the chair because I have the images in front of me right now. I have framed them into this IKEA frame because that's kind of natural. If you like to do something Swedish, you frame it into an IKEA frame, but they are really good. Yeah, the frames are really good. Let me show you the pictures. It's here. This is one. Why is one half open? Well, nothing is perfect. Perfect is boring. So yeah, that's the reason for it. And here is the main feature, the caviar. Caviar and egg on hard bread. That's Swedish culture. So I'm gonna put them up on the wall here, so you probably will see them in other vlogs as well in the background. So yeah.
So here we are, 1, 2, 3. The Swedish wall is complete. My 3 images printed and displayed and framed by IKEA frames, and above that you have a shelf from IKEA, and on top of the shelf you have ABBA, Europe and Roxette, those classical Swedish bands. Alright, enough talking about those bands, let's talk about the images. The images are straight out from the Samsung S23 Ultra and the quality is sublime. To edit them was magic, to be honest, because you have so much information in those files that it's so easy to edit them. And I edit them in RAW, of course, that's what you should do too. I used Luminar for this purpose, and Luminar is a great edit program, as I told you before. You can download it for free and use the trial version if you like to test ride it. Alright guys, that's it from me. I'm Leon and all that jazz. Subscribe and like my channel if you like what I'm doing. Peace, arrivederci, I'm out.